everybody. Today I'm going to teach you how to make Frico. My family is from Friuli-Venezia Giulia, which is northeast Italy on the border of Slovenia. So our number one language is Slovenian. But 2 years ago, we were so excited. We took our boys to where my mom and dad are from, and all my friends and relatives are there. And they got to meet my cousins and my friends that I've known forever. But we got to go to Cividale, and there's this one little restaurant in there that their specialty is Frico. Frico is a peasant food. That's the best way to describe it. And the main ingredient is Montasio cheese. Montasio cheese is made from goat's milk. The monks back in the day would make it, and it's fabulous cheese. So come on over, I'm going to show you how to make this. So Frico only has 4 ingredients: olive oil, cheese, potatoes, and onions. That's it. So what we're going to do now, very important to use a non-stick pan like I have here. So what we're going to do is pour in a tiny bit of olive oil, just like that. And we're going to throw in our onions, and we're going to saute those. And while these are cooking down, I'm going to grate a potato. You want to grate it. You want it so it'll cook quickly for you. So this is what we're going to do. And I think for this is a russet potato. Don't use a new potato. I don't think it'd be very, very good because it's got too much water content. So we're going to grate this down. Hopefully I won't get me in there. And I think half a potato will be good for this. This was a big potato. So we're going to put this into the pan also. And I'm not going to put any seasoning in here because the Montasio cheese is quite salty, so it doesn't need anything else. That's all you need. So we're going to cook this down for a bit. So we're going to cook down the onions and the potatoes. I'm going to put it down a little bit, let it cook down slowly. There's so many different ways to do this. I saw one recipe where they cook the potatoes beforehand and then rice them and then put them in, but I think that makes it too dense. I don't like that. So this will be great. So I want to tell you a story about my dad. I'm trying to think of a story of my dad, because he's going to love this. He loves this. He used to make it all the time for us, but he only used the cheese. He didn't do the potatoes and the onions. He just melted the cheese, and we ate it with some beautiful bread that my mom made. So good. And by the way, I saw you could do this. You can saute your onions, you saute your potatoes, you do it all together, put it on the side, then you put your cheese in there, put them on the top, and then you put down an egg, a fried egg. The best breakfast ever. You could try that. So as I said before, this is a traditional recipe from Friuli-Giulia and Venezia. If you go into any little bar, any little side restaurant, you'll see this on the menu. And it is a peasant food because it's all stuff that we had always. So what I'm going to do, just to coach the potatoes to cook, I'm going to cover it for about 5 minutes, and then I'll be back to show you the rest. So we've been cooking the onions and the potatoes, and they're good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the cheese on. Now, who doesn't love cheese and potatoes? If they say they don't, I don't believe them. They're lying. So we're going to put all this cheese on. So now we're gonna, all this goodness, we're gonna let it melt in. And you can just sort of stir it in to the onions and the potatoes. So I've got the cheese in, I've got the heat at medium-high heat, and you just keep stirring it around. The goal is to get a nice crust on the bottom. So you just keep on doing this. You can change, you can stir it around right now because we're just working on the crust. So we're just going to let it do its thing. Letting all the cheese melt in. And the secret to this, you'll know when you're going to turn it over, is when you do this, it's all going to move around very simply. We're not ready yet, so again, patience is our friend. So you know it's going to be ready to turn is when the whole thing moves. So right now it's not quite ready, it's almost. Because it has to be able to fall off into your plate to put back in. So this is what we're going to do. So by doing this, you know it's not quite ready yet. It's almost. Looks beautiful underneath. So what we're going to do now, this is the trick. This is like making a frittata. If you've ever made a frittata, this is what you do. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the plate on top. I'm just going to get my oven mitts just in case, because I don't trust myself. And you put the plate on like that, and you go. Oop, I made a bit of a mess, but look at that. It's fantastic. See? And now you slide it back in. Oops, I need my thing. It's perfection. So now we're going to slide it back in, and we're just going to let it do its browning on the other side. It's beautiful. You want to have the bottom look like the top, which it does. So now we're going to slide, it's ready to go. We're going to slide it onto our plate, and voila, this is a frico. So our frico is ready. The best way to have it, like as I said before, who doesn't like potatoes and cheese? So here we're going to take a little piece, and I have some salad and a piece of polenta there. So just put the whole thing on, oops, like this, and you're ready to go. Perfect lunch. Check that out. And you'll love this. It's such a beautiful lunch or dinner or snack or appetizer. Try it. So here I am. Love you guys. Buon appetito. Till the next time. Try a frico. You'll love it. Thanks. Bye.